just enjoying the music. Just a second, let me get this out of the way. You know what, OG? I got to get those pop-ups out of the way that cover up my control panel. I got to make that stop. Good evening, Texas bikers and bikers all across the nation. This is Texas Biker Radio, number 495, OG.
We're getting close.
We're getting close. We gotta do something special for 500. I don't know what it's going to be.
That's half a millennium.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. It is my birthday today, December 27th. Should I tell them the year or just keep them guessing?
You said December 27th.
December 7th.
7th.
Yeah, my dad's is the 27th. If
Ah,
I got
okay.
that wrong, I'm sorry, everybody.
You were thinking of your dad.
I was thinking of my dad because I went and saw him this morning. And he had some nurses in there. Actually, yeah, the assisted. He's in assisted living. He had some nurses in there, and he was giving them the what for and the evil eye. So, whatever it was they did to him, he wasn't liking it, and I think they just gave him a shower.
Uh-oh.
He's like a little kid that don't want to take a bath. But they come visit his room all the time because there's pictures of the airplanes and stuff he worked on, and pictures of him, his ships and stuff that he was on in the Navy, and so they come into his room all the time to look at the pictures and talk to my dad for a few minutes. And yeah, he will talk to him. He'll talk war stories and Navy and all that stuff with them, and airplanes. Yeah.
Is he trying to lure those nurses in there?
I think he is, because he's got ones that he likes. He's got a few he can't stand. I'm telling you, everybody. And thanks everybody for all the birthday wishes all day long. I'm still getting them from my kids and grandkids. We have 10 grandkids all total. And I haven't heard from all of them yet, but I probably will before the end of the night is over. So kids are going to have to hang on until after this podcast because they've got the phone shut down. No calls during the podcast.
Yeah.
They'll call me mean. Well, let me say this, OG. My wife was nice to me today on my birthday. She decided to cut me some slack.
That's why she wasn't home. Huh?
We did not go to war over anything. So it was a nice day. I did, after I finished up visiting my dad, I came home and then I started opening the books. And I started opening the books, everybody, on the gang databases. I want to learn the ins and outs and the nuances of everything that the DPS is doing. And everything that they're doing that is, how should we say, not only up and up, that is against our constitutional rights. And I'm really working hard to study up on this because in January of 2022, we're going to start taking some action. We'll start taking some action. And OG, you want to tell about the war chest for a minute?
Yeah, it's building slowly. We've gotten a few more donations. I'm sorry to say I kind of spaced it and I didn't copy any names this time, but I will have them on our next broadcast. But We certainly appreciate you all that have been sending money. We've gotten donations anywhere from $100 to $20, and hey, even $5 is welcome.
Yeah.
It's our intent to build that war chest up to where it's somewhere in the neighborhood of about $5,000.
Yeah.
Because we feel at some point we want to get into one hell of a class action suit here. So if you would and could, keep it coming. Even if it's a small amount, we don't laugh at anything. We're grateful for anything that comes in.
Yeah.
And we do keep the funds separate. And
we are hearing from people that have checked to see if they're in the gang database, and they're getting back emails and stuff that tells them that they don't have enough information. Now, they really need to tell you just what information it is they need. Because I'm hearing in some circumstances here, people have given them their driver's license number, they have given them their social security number, and they still send back a message that says not enough information. And let me tell you, that's bullshit. It's what that is. And we need to know when that happens to you. We need to know.
Maybe we should talk to the attorney about that and see if there's some action we can take. And is there some data we need to be gathering before that action can be taken?
I would think that would be one of them. As simple as that is, everybody, check and see if you're in the gang database on the front page of TexasBikerRadio.org. You can also do it on the Texas COCI.
And if you get that email
website
back from DPS saying there's insufficient information, please forward that email.
Yes.
To us at what do you want, the gun barrel?
Send it to gun barrel, GUNBARRELTX, Gun Barrel Texas at gmail.com. That's GUNBARRELTX. And I'm losing my voice for some reason. Oh, gee. And I really haven't said that much today to anybody.
But we can take those and we can take them to the attorney and see if we can't start moving in that direction too, because that seems to be an avoidance on their part. And it's my understanding that they are supposed to at all times disclose publicly that information.
Yeah. Let me tell you, there are things we can do, and we're going to start doing it in January. This is what I'm doing, everybody. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to know the ins and outs and all the nuances of this damn gang database and the DPS and the things they're supposed to be doing that they're not doing. And they're doing all this without any due process at all. And let me tell you, during the last legislative session, that raised the eyebrows of a lot of legislators. And yeah, for this war chest and other things we're going to try and attempt to have some fundraisers that we're not very good at, but we're going to have them anyway. Even if we raise $10, I don't care. There are things we want to do, and yeah, it does take money to do it. It does. And let me tell you, it is good to have some money to operate with. It really does. And we're a small outfit, but we're going to do the best we can to make a difference here, and it's going to make a difference. I don't know how many years I've got left to do this, but I'm going to make something happen.
Hey, may as well go out with a bang.
That's right. and checking to see if you're in the gang database will not get you put in it. And there are other activities you can do where it will not get you put into a gang database. I say this to you because I've been reading it backwards and forwards all day. And I'm not finished because there's so many places and laws that sends you to this, that sends you to that. And you know what, OG? It doesn't need to be that hard. It really doesn't, everybody. They make it a bunch of mess. So it's hard to figure it out. But all you need to do is you need to know a few things. You don't need to know it all. Because know it at all is their problem. Is their problem. And I guarantee you, OG, the cop that stops you on the side of the road, he knows very little. Knows very little of the law and what it takes to put you in a freaking gang database, or what it should take, other than a color, other than what you're wearing, other than the organization that you belong to, and that's whether you're in a motorcycle club or any other kind of club, a gun club. And realize, everybody, you can be put into a gang database even if you're not a member of a motorcycle club or a gang. And that's really what we're talking about here is gangs. Because I tell you, when I was looking at it today, there's not a single motorcycle club out there that's even in the top 30. The top 30 of gangs around Texas. And I assume it's that way around the nation, OG. It's incredible, everybody. And if you do accidentally make it into a gang database, which your mother can make it into a gang database, your father can make it into a gang database, your children can make it into a gang database as known associates. And what they've done is they've labeled you a potential criminal. Is what they've done with zero due process, everybody. Zero. And for you people that are on one of my other channels out there that are listening to this, who may not even ride a motorcycle, understand what's going on. You can be in the same proximity, ended up in a damn gang database, and there is, from everything that I read, they do audit these things, but all they do is verify what they've already put in there, a click. The guy on the other end, all he has to do is click, it's verified.
That's right.
He doesn't have to really go look.
It can take as little as going to lunch or dinner with an individual who you don't know is a biker.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you, there are attorneys and doctors that belong to dominant clubs.
Yeah.
Just because somebody belongs to a dominant club doesn't mean they're some kind of a criminal.
Exactly.
Or some kind of, gang wannabe kind of person. There are reputable attorneys, doctors, and who knows what else, maybe even a judge.
Yeah.
I know there's a district attorney.
Yes, there is.
So you might be thinking you're going to dinner with the district attorney. Well, you may end up in the gang database because this guy belongs to a dominant club.
Or either a gang. A real gang.
Yeah. Just because you went to lunch with them or dinner. So this reaches to everybody, not just bikers.
And OG, I'd like to point out to everybody right now across the nation, and the things you see going on, the crimes you see happening, the grab and goes, all that stuff.
Oh, man.
Hey, everybody, did you see any motorcycles parked out there? Huh? Have you now outside of Chicago, where there are real gangs shooting at each other, and probably in L.A. and New York and other places, it's not that prevalent here, even though we do have gangs. We have plenty of them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not. It's not that often that we see them in a shootout every day of the week.
Very true. I lived in Chicago for 3 years. And they still have the street gangs there that have territories in square blocks.
Right.
You cross the street and you can be in another gang's territory. So they have for real gangs there. And they have areas of town that the police don't want to go. They won't go. In fact, there was a housing project there called Cabrini Green. I think they've since torn it down.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember, I was in the alarm business, and I was managing a fairly large company in Chicago. And we got a service call to go in there and service an alarm, which we turned down. Because the police wouldn't even go on a 911 call.
Mm-hmm.
You drive by there, and you'd hear gunshots all day long. So, it's pretty prevalent. And then you watch the smash and grab going on in San Francisco, New York, Chicago, where they go in and they just grab everything they want. Now, what's interesting is this stuff starting to appear on the internet for sale.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're going in and grabbing necessities. They're going in and building an inventory for resale.
Yeah.
So
nothing like Christmas shopping on the Grab and Go network.
now, as prices go up in these stores, you can thank those people for increasing the price.
Right.
Because those merchants are not going to absorb the loss.
Yeah. And they're going to have to pay for extra security and whatever else.
That's right.
To prevent it from happening again and again and again. Absolutely incredible, everybody. Absolutely incredible. But please recognize you don't see any motorcycles or so-called motorcycle gangs out grabbing going.
Nope.
No.
Nope, they're out doing toy runs this time
That's
of
right.
year.
That's what they're doing, everybody. I talking to Dutch today. He called me to wish me a happy birthday, and of course I thanked him for it. And I was telling him, he asked me what I was doing, and I was telling him, I'm looking at gang database and stuff. I said, if I can't find what I want, I'm going to end up going down to Austin and banging on their damn door.
Yeah.
And Dutch said, I want to go with you on that one, Popeye. I want to go with you on that one. And of course, we'll take a film crew with us, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Sounds like fun to me, everybody. I'll do it. But let me see. OG, this is a scatter shooting night, just what comes off the top of our heads. And one thing I know today, they had the Biden versus Putin showdown, the Zoom call.
2 hours.
2-hour Zoom call.
Do you think Biden left the call, or Putin left the call frightened?
I I don't know how he could be. I don't know how the potato head comes out a winner on that, because he's already given up everything he's had to deal with. He's already given it up.
Do you know that the U.S. even just recently sent back a Russian super hacker to make Putin happy? He was in our possession, in our custody, and Biden had him sent back to Russia.
I hadn't heard that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I heard that one tonight, and it was legit.
Let's do a survey here online of everybody. Hey, does anybody have any confidence that Putin is going to be able to influence, that Biden is going to be able to influence Putin?
I think that raging idiot that we now call president is going to have us in a war.
I think that's a possibility if he decides that he's John Wayne in his mind, which can go at any time. Go ahead.
I'll tell you what else is going to happen. You got Iran sitting there producing weapons-grade uranium.
Yep.
And they are millimeters away from producing an atomic bomb. Now, do you think Israel is going to sit there and take it? Israel, I believe, is going to bomb the hell out of Iran before too long, or before they're able to finally assemble that bomb.
Yeah.
And that's going to ignite something.
Yeah. Hey, Napper, our West Texas, Napa. Did I say Napper? Anyway, Napa, our West Texas chapter president, says that Russia will invade Ukraine within 2 months.
I can believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a survey, everybody. Just a survey. Don't cuss or they'll block you off, and then I've got to make it where you can see it. But, yeah, I have no faith in this at all. We may not have to worry about the supply chain, OG. It may go to hell just over the crap this son of a gun is doing. That's what I'm saying, everybody. Yeah, Forrest A, look, you need to misspell pissing. Don't spell it correctly or else it flags it.
Yeah.
These people on these channels are insane. As a matter of fact is, when we get down to where we're going to be talking about the Omicron virus.
Oh, we got to leave YouTube.
We'll have to leave YouTube, yeah. If we're going to say anything...
Because the Chinese are in control of YouTube.
Yeah, Chinese are in control of YouTube and Facebook and NFL, and the NBA.
The minute you mention the virus by their name, with their name in front of it, they just go apeshit.
Now that Facebook post I put up where I'm talking about the virus and YouTube itself, and how sorry they are, is still up. Because I dared them to take it down.
Yeah.
I did dare them. If you guys haven't seen that on Facebook, you need to take a look at it. It was a video I made on Facebook about the things that are going on, and also about the China virus. That no one has been held accountable.
Now
Nobody.
You said it.
I know I did. Oh, hell, everybody. Oh, hell. But, we won't say it anymore. And one thing I did find out, and this... No, hell no, I'm going to save it for that.
Okay.
Because there was on the news the other day a pharmacist talking about the shortages. But the thing that really upset me today, OG, is I wanted a key lime pie really bad for my birthday. I wanted a key lime pie really bad. And you know what? You know what the shortage is?
Key lime pie.
Evaporated milk.
Oh, really?
To make the key lime pie with.
Mm.
They have a shortage of evaporated milk, everybody. Restaurants trying to get it is tough. I guess, I didn't go through the grocery store and check to see.
What the hell happened to the cows?
Yeah. So somewhere it's tied up in the supply chain of the wholesale dealers.
Maybe they make that in China.
Good Lord, I hope not. I mean, they've already tried to poison our dogs, right?
Yep.
Remember that deal?
Yep. With the dog food?
Yeah. And if you're buying tilapia from China, everybody, or catfish that comes out of China, you got to beware of what they feed these catfish. Because what they're feeding them is the droppings from the other animals. They have them in cages above the catfish, and they crap down in on top of the catfish and into their water, and they eat it. Sanitary as hell, everybody, right?
Yeah.
It's like Geezer says, bottom feeders, bottom feeders.
Repurposed poop.
Yeah. And if you don't believe that, check that out, man. Google it and find that out. That the things that go on in China that are just so unsanitary that's beyond the pale. And that's how stuff makes it into our medicines also. They had to pull back some of the medicines that were being made in China because it was being contaminated. So the pharmaceutical companies has already started pulling those back to this country. And you know when that started? 2017. Yeah. During the Trump presidency. Just saying, everybody. Just saying.
Yeah, I would be suspect of any raw material that comes out of China.
Yeah.
They have no standards that I'm aware of. Nor do I think anyone else is aware of. And I think they personally don't give a shit if it's contaminated or not.
Nah.
They just want to produce it and ship it and be done with it. Make the money.
The aircraft parts that we were getting back from China, we were having to rework everything that came back. That we sent over there for them to build. Then it would come back to us. We had inspected, and it was so substandard we would have to rebuild it and bring it up to snuff. And that happens today, everybody, on the airplanes you're flying on. Yeah. and that crap, these big airline companies that are looking to save money, and it's amazing that they can ship these huge parts all around the world and then afford to rework them when they get them back and then stick them on the airplane and make money.
Now, is there any place when you're boarding a plane, like on the door sill, where they have parts made in China or made in China?
Generally, you'll go look at when they started. One thing let me say this. One thing that tells you a lot about the airplane is the tail number. You can look it up. Yeah. You can look it up. You can find out what year it was built, blah, 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 blah. Then you got to know what company is sending parts to the Chinese, like the 757. It hotel section is built by the Chinese, and maybe other parts. I don't know what else might be.
I'm glad I don't fly anymore.
I tell you, I really didn't want to fly out to Vegas. Let me tell you, going through the TSA is just enough to piss you off.
Oh, it's degrading.
Yeah. And it's the process. I'm sure it's lightened up from what it was after 9/11. But man, I just didn't dig it at all. I told Jill, I said, you know what? We could have drove to Vegas and stopped at a lot of interesting places along the way.
Yep.
And not be aggravated, number one, from having to wear a damn mask. And wearing a mask all the time in an airplane that has, guess what, scrubbers that are scrubbing the air of viruses and germs and everything else like that. It's recirculating air that is clean. But as we know, those damn... Wait, have I got one in here? Well, we got the N95 here. I don't have that damn blue thing that everybody's wearing.
Yeah.
That cheap crap from China that does not work, everybody. Am I sinking us or what? YouTube, if you don't like it, we tested these damn things and we know. We got the video on it.
Yeah.
Maybe we have to get away from that subject. And then on top of that, OG, being as I've already done it,
Yeah.
and it's out there, Dr. Campbell, the one I've been suggesting everybody listen to, that has not been had any YouTube strikes. He said today those PCR tests, the ones that they give you for the check, see if you got the China virus,
Yeah.
are about 30 to 40% effective against the Omicron.
Yeah.
So what is that, 70% chance it didn't work?
Right. I'll tell you, Bongino went on quite a bit today about what to look forward to relative to YouTube, Facebook,
Yeah.
and Twitter, and if there's going to be a change in CEOs, and how the fact is that you think it's bad now, they put new people in,
Yeah.
it's going to be double worse.
Yeah. And, hey, Bongino has been begging everybody to get away from YouTube, Facebook,
Go to Rumble.
Twitter, go to Rumble, go to some other place that you think is, that believes in free speech, that will let you have your opinion and your say. And, I will say to YouTube, just like I said to Facebook the other day, OG, in 2022, the pendulum is going to swing. And you are going to pay for what you're doing now. You may be bigger than life, have more money than the Lord, more money than any country or many countries, but you're going to pay. You're going to end up paying some way, whether these companies end up being broken apart, whether the FCC has a change of leadership, and it will. It's coming. It's coming, you guys, and you know how to make that happen. Vote. Vote. You don't like this crap that's going on. You don't like it at all. You don't like what our school boards are doing. You get out there and vote in 2022. And the primaries are coming quick, everybody. These Democrats and all these people in the Congress and the Senate, and let me say whether they're Democrat or Republican, If it's like I say many times, the longer these people are in office and the longer they are colluding with each other, our country keeps slipping the same direction. And the only way we're going to change it is to get rid of them. Those that are a problem, even Republicans that vote with these people, that save the day for them again and again and again, like Mitch McConnell. Biden has been in some terrible spots along the way.
We need to send McConnell.
And them son of a bitches have bailed them out every time.
We need to send McConnell a train ticket.
Yeah, we do.
Because he's about to do it again.
There's no way, and everybody should be on the phones during this holiday season, on the phones, working your representative, whether they're Democrat or Republicans, and tell them this Build Back Better is a no-go. Is a no-go. No matter what they say they're taking out of it, it's a no-go. The IRS going to hire 80-something thousand people. Why? So they can dip into your pocket. The IRS is going to know everything that you have in the bank. Everything. They want to know every transaction you make. If you make over $600 a year, guess what? They're going to know what you're buying every step of the way, where you're putting your money every step of the way. And you know what? It's none of their business. None. And if you give a shit about any of that, you need to be on the phones, working the phones, helping out. Helping out. That takes 10 minutes. 10 minutes to make a phone call.
Yep.
Is all it does. Yeah. Should we switch to Rumble?
We probably need to at this point. And the point Dan was making today too was, you know, you've got Rumble, you've got Parler, you've got MeWe, and the issue is everyone's comfortable sitting on Facebook and watching YouTube all the time, and what's going to happen is stuff's going to happen fast, and you're going to find yourself outside in the cold wondering what in the hell's going on because you didn't shift early.
Yeah.
You have to prepare. That's why we do what we do, and we're broadcasting on both now to get everyone used to the fact that you can see us on both. And if we disappear on YouTube, which we have from time to time, not because we wanted to, but when we disappear, you know you can find us on Rumble, and you don't even have to bring up Rumble to see us because we post the link on TexasBikerRadio.org.
That's right. It's on there right now.
And it gets posted on Texas Biker Radio, and it gets posted on our Facebook pages.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is click that link, and it brings it right, it streams right to you.
And on MeWe.
Yep.
Which is a breath of fresh air because you don't have all those damn ads.
Yep.
MeWe is ad-free, everybody. It's viewer supported. They don't have to have the ads and all that crap that we see on Facebook daily.
Yep.
And it is aggravating. It really is. But you know, if we get thrown off of YouTube for what little we said tonight, you know where we're at. TexasBikerRadio.org or on Rumble. That's where we'll be at. And, you know, it'll be a rebuilding process. And like I've said on that Facebook video I did, it's not a bad thing to have to rebuild.
Well, and the good thing is we've got the foundation laid now.
We do have the foundation, although we're going to lose a lot of people here on YouTube. But
yeah,
you know what?
But they're going to be scrambling trying to find out where the hell we are.
Yeah, and especially in probably mid to late January, the things we're going to start doing, you're going to want to see.
Forrest asks, can you see the remarks on Rumble? Yes, you can if you do the following. You have to go to Rumble and you have to subscribe.
Yeah.
In order to subscribe, they make you set up an account. Now, that sounds like, oh shit, I got to put a credit card on file or something, and you don't.
Nah.
All they want you to do is register with your email.
Right.
And once you're registered, you have what they call an account, and then you can start chatting.
You know what, OG?
And you can see the chats.
And although they have your email, they don't blast you with a bunch of crap.
I have yet to get an email from Rumble.
No. They don't blast you with a bunch of crap like you get from Facebook, like you get from YouTube. They don't do it.
I think what they're trying to do is find out if you're legit.
Yeah.
You're not a troll. And it's easy. So, yeah, you can see a chat line on Rumble.
Yeah.
If you subscribe.
Yeah, you can ask some of the other members that are there, that are on Rumble, and they will tell you it's not that hard. It's not anything that will cause you any pain. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a little different than YouTube.
Yeah.
And they don't have all the goodies on there yet because it's still growing.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But that's where Dan Bongino is. That's where many other conservatives are. And, you know, there are Democrats on that channel, too.
Yep.
So, you know, you get a mix of things. But generally, I found it to be okay. At least they believe in free speech and your opinion. And you're allowed to say what it is. Unlike YouTube, that thinks they don't have to obey the Constitution, which they don't, because they're a private company.
It's a private company.
Yeah, they can do what they want, but you know what? We can do what we want.
Yeah, you can take your wallet elsewhere.
Yeah. Don't buy any of the crap they advertise, especially if it comes from China. Same with Facebook. Don't buy the crap they advertise. And you know, make them pay. Make them pay. Don't buy those products. Don't do it. So you guys on YouTube, we're going to say goodbye to you, and we're switching over to Rumble to finish out the broadcast by maybe 10 minutes more. So we'll be talking a little bit more in depth about the China virus. With that, you guys, I'm going to end the stream on YouTube. And so here we go. Have a good evening, YouTubers.